Macmillan Audio presents Dark Alpha's Redemption, a Reaper story by Donna Grant. Read for you by Victoria Mcgloven.
Chapter 1. May. So much had changed. The world as he knew it was entirely different. And yet, it all felt right. Braddock stood atop the mountain and looked over the vibrant, colourful realm that death had created. The tall trees, the deep lakes, the mountains reaching high to the cloudless blue sky. His new home. Actually, it was home to all Reapers now. He grinned and shook his head. Their enemy had been vanquished. Bran was no longer a threat. Braddock hated to admit it, but there had been a few times that it felt as if Bran would win. But the Reapers had succeeded in defeating their foe. Braddock's gaze slid to the left. In the distance, nestled in a valley, he was able to make out the top of the White Tower. Death's home. Well, hers and Cale's now. Maybe it was because Braddock was in the second group of Reapers, but he hadn't had a clue that there was something between Aerith and Cale. The fact that Cale's Reapers, as well as Braddock's leader Owen, were pleased about it, said that most had taken notice of something during their long eons together. Braddock was happy for the couple, though he wasn't sure what was going to become of Cale's group, since he was more now. The battle with Bran had changed Cale. Bran had siphoned some of Death's powers and then used them on Cale. And, as only Cale could, he'd managed to harness the poisonous magic running through him and let it meld with his own. The act not only changed his eyes from silver to dark purple, but he was also now as powerful as Death herself. It made Aerith and Cale a couple that no one should ever think to cross. Braddock drew in a deep breath and slowly released it. As he did, he spotted an approaching figure. The moment Owen cleared the tree line, Braddock smiled in greeting. Owen came to stand beside him and let his gaze wander over the terrain.
What a magnificent view. There isn't a place on this realm that isn't stunning, Braddock agreed. From the mountains to the deserts, to the forests, to the vast oceans. I would expect nothing less from Aerith.
Braddock folded his arms over his chest. He and the other 5 Reapers of Owen's group had been rotating in shifts to look for Xanath. The Royal Light Fae had disappeared during the battle with Bran, and they had yet to find him. Xanath had joined Death in the fight against Bran, but the fact that the Queen of the Light, Usile, wanted Xanath dead made her the prime suspect in his vanishing. It didn't help that no one had seen Usile in weeks.
Is it time?
Braddock asked. Owen turned his head of long black hair to Braddock, the leader's liquid silver gaze meeting Braddock's. Few things unnerved him, but Owen's eyes were one of them. They had been altered after a trip to another realm. Now there were no pupils in Owen's eyes, just pools of silver.
Our hunt for Xanath hasn't paid off. We've searched Ireland dozens of times, as well as the rest of Earth. Neither Usile nor Xanath is anywhere to be found,
Owen stated. Braddock pressed his lips together briefly. This is what they had all feared. It didn't bode well that not even Aerith could locate Usile.
There are 2 places we've not looked.
Owen held Braddock's gaze for a long moment.
You mean the Dark Palace and the Light Castle? Aye. Baladin is also searching for Xanath. For whatever reason, the King of the Dark has an affinity for the Royal. And you believe what he says?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?